We did have an agreement prior, and it did expire in 2009. So we thought it was prudent to have an agreement outlining how they could use the building and make sure that our interest was protected in the building.
Continuity for a few years to see if they can get
Continuity and a re-review of the rate that we were charging them. Previously we were charging them $1,500, and now the rate's been increased to $2,000.
Okay. Deputy Mayor Day?
Yes, there's a motion on the table, but I do have a question with regards to whether we are treating, I noticed that they have permission to use other municipal facilities at free charge for their services, and I'm just wondering if we're treating them the same that we are with the soccer club. I believe we were charging the soccer club for whatever costs we had with regards to those facilities, since we had to bring in cleaning or other people after hours. So are they getting it free of charge?
Yes, under this agreement they are. And the soccer club has had a community grant approved that will cover their costs.
Okay.
So two different ways of, I guess, achieving the same goal.
Okay, that's fine.
Councillor Scott?
You said that the youth center agreement expired in 2009, and that this is for a 3-year agreement?
Yes.
So is that going to exist from 2010 on, or
No,
we had nothing in between? Like
they've been renting the facility with the understanding of our prior agreement, but we didn't have any actual formal agreement or standing. So this is putting in place.
So starting out officially as of 2013.
January 1, 2013 is when this would be.
Should there be housekeeping for the 2009 to 2013 on the basis of continuity? Well, no, I'm just, they were in the room, the building without a contract, technically, right?
Yeah, they were. I think that's actually a very good point. Maybe what I might suggest to council then is that if this agreement is passed, maybe you provide direction to add a clause in saying, just sorry off the top of my head, that the club waives any sort of right to claim for anything in the period 2000 or December 31st, 2009 until this point.
It's
That
just
would cover us.
housekeeping.
Yeah, that would cover us for that period of time.
We always had, there was always a motion of council to continue with the agreement.
Yeah.
Whether there was a contract or a written agreement, it was moved by council that
Yes.
the rent rate was, the rental fee was always passed at council.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that, I just housekeeping.
Yeah. I haven't got a motion on this recommendation yet.
I just have a question for clarification. I'm just a little confused for you to bring. Has the the Optimus Club applied for a community grant on this?
No, we went through that issue last year where they applied for a community grant or came forward for a partnership.
Yeah.
And when it was resolved, council decided to provide the Optimus Club with a $5,000 standing grant. It's not a grant. It's approved through our operating budget. That's where it's contained. So it's just a $5,000 check that we provide them every year for the next 3 years.
It's an operational
Yeah,
facility.
these are clarification points, right? Because I thought, and I may be wrong here, but I thought when we went through this last year, the understanding was that in subsequent years, they would apply through the grant program.
And I guess from our perspective as staff, our interpretation was that it was pre-approved for 3 years to be funded through operating budget.
Okay.
So I guess it's something that can be discussed upcoming on Thursday as far as operating budget.
Okay.
Councillor Underwood?
Yeah, I think I was involved with that motion, and I'm pretty sure it was for 3 years. We did for 3 years to tide them over until we got things going, because all the stuff that was going on with who are we for and what do we need for public and private partnerships and stuff like that. And when we were talking about the why of RFPs and all the rest of it, we tied those so we would carry on and the kids would have somewhere to have something that was going to facilitate for them.
Okay. We've had a lot of discussion. We don't have any motion. Deputy Mayor Day?
Just another question, actually. I'm wondering, what kind of reporting are we requiring for the $5,000 annually?
Point of order, Mr. Mayor, we're getting all the, let's get a motion on the table, either throw it out or move forward. I'll move the recommendation.
Second.
Just for discussion.
Moved and seconded. Thank you.
As far as the reporting, we're basing it on the submission to us that it would be, the $5,000 covers basically the rent fee, so $2,000 per rent. And they provide us with the agreement with the Y and the remainders to cover the cost of their, a portion of the cost of hiring the Y to actually run the center. And that was included in all of their submissions to us when they came asking. That was,
No additional reporting?
no, that was the basis of council's approval, was basically the submissions from the Optimus.
Okay. Any other questions? Yeah. All in favor of the motion?
You want to record it, Paul?
No?
You can't vote, so.
Dave can't vote. Those opposed? It's carried. Thank you. 8.9, there's a report there. We got our LEED Gold certification on the Legacy Center. Page 142. We had applied for a silver with the construction of this building, and when the reviews came back in, or how the building is operating, it's got the gold standard. So that's the first gold certificate building in Lambton Shores. Congratulations on that built and operating that way. So that's received that for information. Motion on that. Councillor Cook? Second by Councillor Scott. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Well done. There's a report regarding the placement of snow stakes, and this was for the delegation that didn't come tonight. Page 144, a motion to receive that report for information. Councillor McGuire. Seconded. Councillor McRae. Question?
Through you to Brent, what you're asking for, and I'm not quite sure, but you've made reasonable efforts, the staff have made reasonable efforts. This sounds to me like a Hatfields and McCoy situation. You've made reasonable efforts. The result is, I'm not sure why it's coming to this council. I don't know what we can do.
And I guess it was just the request of the two complainants, or of one of the complainants, that they felt they'd gone to the highest level at staff and were not half satisfied with the answer.
We're not a court.
They have the option to come to us to voice their concerns, so they were on the agenda. Governor Day?
Through you to Brent, just one thing that wasn't clear from the report is what actually the resident B's concerns were with moving the stakes.
The two concerns, there are two primary concerns. When the stakes were placed initially, they were just the way the dead end street's set up. There was two stakes that would be adjacent to the street, but this person may have backed into them when they're moving from their driveway. And then they also felt that they were too close to the roadway. So for us, we felt the compromise was to remove those two stakes so they went back into them. We went out and had our staff move them, and at this point in time, we're satisfied with their placement. And after we did that, neither were satisfied.
Okay. Councillor Scott?
Through you to Brent, does it satisfy safety for you, like from the point of view of safety?
We kept an eye on it because of the concerns, and really the dead end street, its only access is resident B's property. And when you look at the tracks in the snow, they're driving up the middle of the road because they're never going to meet traffic anyways. So they're well removed from where the stakes are placed. And our operators aren't having a problem with plowing around them.
So I would then say if it fits the safety of and the liabilities issues that would come to Lambton Shores, then
Okay.
let's do it.
All in favor of receiving file? Thank you. 8.11, Thetford Drains, Thetford Marsh Drainage Request. This is an information report on page 146. Councillor Bonsteel.
I'm going to approve the recommendation. I think it's an excellent one for the
Program.
Certainly keep these gentlemen happy.
Second by Councillor Scott. Question, Councillor Mayor Day?
Yeah, through you to Brent. Will the majority of the landowners along the drain be content with this 3-year program? I know there are some are opposed, but are they just in a minority? The majority are supportive?
I would say that the people representing the largest percentage of property ownership in the area would be satisfied with this program. And really the point of the report was to bring it forward to council to make this group aware that there will be some people that are assessed to the drain who don't see the direct benefit, and